What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are jumping back into American Truck Simulator, and we are hauling for another company. This is part of our rags to riches, or our starting from zero, or zero to hero. We still haven't decided what we're going to call this yet, the series, but we just finished up our truck driving academy. We got our CDL, and now we are hauling for other companies, and we actually picked up this excavator. So you can pretty much call me or consider me a free agent, as we are hauling for other guys that may have caught out sick or what have you. Now let's go ahead and get on the road here and get this delivery hauled. Turn my wipers on, get my lights on here first. Now I hope you guys have been enjoying this series. I'm absolutely loving it. Of course, this truck doesn't have a GPS, so let's put this up here because I'm not entirely sure where I'm going. Now, I hope you guys have been enjoying this series. I'm still not sure what to call it, so you guys are going to have to comment below and let me know what y'all want me to call it. And whichever comment gets the most, or whichever gets the most comments, whichever comment is the most commented or the most liked, there we go. Couldn't figure out what I was trying to say there, is what I will end up doing. Now, it looks like I'm actually going maybe the wrong way. I thought I was going over that. Guess I probably was supposed to. But anyways, that's what we're going to end up calling the series. I haven't really fully decided what I'm going to call it. Now, as I had said, I am doing this all with realistic economy and realistic physics. So like even the air brake has realistic physics and everything. So as well as realistic damage and everything else. So I'm trying to be careful, and I'm really enjoying the series. We've been hauling for several companies already. My ultimate goal, why is it finding a new route? My ultimate goal is to be able to actually get a job for a company, or for, I should say, for an actual company and haul for them full time. Because as of right now, we are just, like I said, being a free agent, hauling for several other companies whenever someone calls out sick, or maybe there's an emergency haul or emergency load that needs to get hauled. Just like this here, this guy, he called out sick, and there was an emergency needed for this excavator to be moved. It had broke down, so we're going to take it out somewhere else. So it's actually been a lot of fun to do, and I'm really enjoying the series. Now, these videos, like I said, they're going to be kind of a hybrid where I'm going to be hauling and talking for part of it. Most of it's going to be just hauling anyways, but we're going to kind of change it up. But whatever you guys comment below, whatever the most common is what we're going to do anyway. So if you guys want to see less commentary and just more driving, I'm going to post less commentary and more driving videos, or vice versa. If you guys actually really like my commentary, especially when I make mistakes, as y'all know, I'm always making mistakes. Whenever I make mistakes, I will have that in the video as well. So you guys are going to have to comment below. Man, I got a pretty heavy load back here. I didn't pay attention to how heavy that load was. I barely stopped at that stop sign. Luckily, it didn't appear to be too busy right through there. And we are going to have to pull over. Let me turn my lights on here. We are going to have to pull over somewhere and get some good night rest here, because we've been hauling all day. And it's 7 p.m., 7:15 p.m., so we're about to have to get some sleep. It looks like more road closure there. So just further down the road, we're going to end up getting a good night's rest. Now, let me actually take a look here. Actually, there's going to be a little stop right there. I'm trying to plan out my route. We're not going very far. I might actually be able to do this delivery before we stop and get some sleep. We'll probably go ahead and do this delivery and finish it, and then we'll get a good night's rest going into it. Now, let me make sure we're clear. I know. Why are you hitting your brakes, man? Come on. Speed limit 75. Let's get going. I am using realistic traffic mod in the game, as well as all kinds of other realistic stuff, which I am going to go over in a later video, all the mods that I'm using for this to give the most realistic feel and the most realistic vibe. I will be doing an updated video on like graphics and stuff like that. Right now I'm not using really any graphics mods that I can remember off the top of my head, but that is coming in the near future. We will be doing upgraded graphics mods and stuff like that. One thing I do want to note is this load is heavy. I can absolutely feel how heavy it is. Turn my wipers off. I'm pushing every other button except for the right button. And that beeping you hear, this truck does have all kinds of safety features on it, including lane keep assist and active lane departure warning. This is a newer truck. Some of these newer trucks have lots of lots of features on them, lots of safety features, which I do like. Now this truck, oh, I'm not paying attention. This truck is an automatic, so I'm not rowing gears or anything like that. Not yet, anyways. I do still have to go back and get my automatic or my manual endorsement for my CDL test, or do my CDL test for my manual endorsement. Which you guys, I'm still waiting to hear whether or not you guys want to see me do, or you just want me to do it off camera. It's totally okay either way. So I've absolutely been enjoying these series. It's been really, really fun. It's given me a nice little challenge. It's made for pretty entertaining videos in my opinion. Now again, you guys are gonna have to remember I had been out of this game and I haven't played this game for a long time, so I'm a little on the rusty side, as you guys have seen. These videos that I'm making, they are not going to be perfect. You know, some of these videos are going to be several mistakes being made and what have you, everything else. So I'm going to crash. I'm going to stall the truck whenever I get my manual endorsement. You know, it's not going to be a perfect video. So if you guys are looking for a perfect video, these ain't it. And it's actually getting on the later side. I probably will pull over up here and get a good night's rest, most likely. Let's see, it's expected our trip is about another 3 more hours. It's 8 o'clock. Yeah, we'll finish this. We'll continue to finish this unless I get tired. Right now, I think I'm okay. So we'll go ahead and finish this. Drive into the night because there's not a whole lot of traffic out here at nighttime anyway. So, and there is a good bit of traffic behind me with the realistic traffic mod. You know, I'm going 76 miles an hour. I do have this truck pretty much maxed out right now. Can't remember the exact weight I'm pulling. I am pulling a lot of weight behind me, so I do have to watch. As you guys saw when I first pulled out, this is probably the heaviest load I've done yet in this game since I've gotten my CDL, or on this part of the series anyway. So when I was first pulling out of where I got loaded, I did kind of roll through that stop sign because I didn't account for how heavy this truck is or how heavy my cargo is here. So I am very, very excited. I'm hoping to actually do some more testing and some more training and skill my driver up and actually be able to start hauling like hazardous loads and stuff like that. We haven't hauled a tanker trailer yet, but I don't have my hazardous loads endorsement or anything like that. I'm trying to hold it steady so I'm not going over the line too much here. I know I got a truck right next to me who seems to be maintaining my speed. I'm even slowing down a little bit so he does pass me. Oh, that's cool. His little Transport Express there. I am all over the road here, not paying attention. I gotta pay better attention. Now, as I had said too, I am all for your guys' recommendations on what y'all want to see more of on my channel. I'm hoping you guys are liking this style. This is probably my 3rd or 4th video in this series that I've recorded, and I haven't even uploaded a single one yet at the time of me recording this. So I'm not 100% sure if you guys are even enjoying these or not. Of course, I'm going to continue to upload and continue to do whatever you guys enjoy the most of. So if you are in fact enjoying these, they will continue. But I'm always open to recommendations on what y'all want to see. Now, as I had said, I do have to get my hazardous material endorsement. So once as I do that, I will be able to start hauling, you know, tanker trucks and haul fuel and gas and stuff like that. But we've still got more schooling to do, more training, and I've got to take the test and everything like that and get the right skill set to be able to do that. So right now we can't.
Keep right.
And it says keep right. So am I fine to stay here? Now, I am very excited. I think I can stay here. Yeah, we'll probably go ahead and get over here. Looks clear. All right.
Keep left.
Keep left again. Do I need over left? No, we're fine. Well, there's a truck dealership right up here. I was going to pull over and get a good night's rest, but I think we're just going to continue to haul. We'll be there around 11. There'll probably be our last load that we drop off, and then we'll get a good night's rest. And then bright and early in the morning, hopefully pick up some more loads. As I had said, I am a free contractor or a free agent, if you will. So I'm pretty much limited to whatever I can haul by, you know, if somebody calls out sick or anything like that. Now, I would, like I had said, I would like to maybe get a job, get a full-time career with a company. And you guys are going to have to comment below and let me know what company do y'all want to see me actually haul with and haul for. Or if you guys would even like to see that, where I, you know, lock in maybe a deal with a full-time hauling career for a major company or a major chain. You guys are going to have to comment that. Or do you guys like this, where I'm just kind of being a free agent, hauling whatever I can whenever I can, you know, all the way up until the point where I do end up buying my first truck. So I am using realistic economy. You guys can look there in the bottom right. I only have what, $2,500 in the bank account or in my bank, so each load is like $1 a mile, sometimes even less than that. I think this load here, because of how heavy it is, it pays more. I don't remember when I had accepted it how much it pays per mile, but it is on the higher side because of how heavy it is. And man, it's dark out here. Let's hear what the Jake brake sounds like. Okay, not very good. It's pretty basic. It has full emissions on this truck, stock exhaust and everything. It's not a customized truck. It's definitely not what we're going to be driving, that's for sure. We're going to be having customized trucks once as we start buying them, but most likely what's going to end up happening, I'm going to grind a lot here to try and skill myself up and earn as much money as I possibly can, and then we're going to probably end up start out by buying a cheap used truck somewhere. Oh, we got some construction over there. Looks like a lane closure. I'm going to be buying probably a cheap used truck somewhere, so that's going to be really entertaining. Oh, he slowed down for some reason. That's going to be really entertaining because most likely that truck that I buy is going to need a lot of work to it. But we'll see. You guys never know. Maybe I'll end up building up enough cash to put a down payment to be able to buy a truck, get a loan and finance a truck or finance a newer truck with less problems, but we'll see. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to end up doing. I am very excited for that. And like I said, I am always open to recommendations. I do absolutely love this series. I've wanted to do this series for a very long time, almost a year now, maybe even a little over a year that I've had this series in mind. And we're just now finally doing it, where this, the zero to hero or rags to riches anyways. And I know that's coming up right there. I know, I'm crossing the line. I will say the technology on these newer trucks is nice, but it does get annoying.
Right. And then exit.
All right, so hit that Jake. Slow down a little bit. Oh, this guy's really hitting his brakes.
Exit right.
Oh, he's turning too. He slammed on his brakes there, but I respect it. Got the Jake brake on. All right, and then it looks like we're going to be turning left coming up. Hit that turn signal. You guys are going to also have to comment and let me know, do y'all like the nighttime drives, where it's kind of peaceful, or, oh crap, nobody really out on the road? Or do you guys like more of daytime drives where I'm only driving during the daytime? You guys are going to have to comment below and let me know what you want to see for sure. I know a lot of drivers actually prefer driving at nighttime. In real life myself as well too, because there's less traffic out on the road. Usually whenever I go on road trips, this guy wants to come out. Let me see if I can let him. Is he smart enough to go? We'll see. Come on. You gonna go? Nope. He's not gonna go, is he? I tried to let him. Watch, he's gonna end up going right there. I was trying to be nice, but he won't go. Watch, he's gonna pull forward now. Nope, okay. So as I was saying, I know a lot of truck drivers actually prefer to drive at nighttime, and myself in real life too. So you guys are going to have to comment, do you guys like me doing that kind of drive too, or I'm driving mostly in the night on here? This is the first time since I've started, I got my CDL driving at nighttime. And I will say, when I was actually moving, if you guys missed the video where I moved from Missouri to North Carolina, I rented a big Penske box truck. I actually drove in the nighttime, and it actually was a lot of fun. It was pretty peaceful, a lot of less traffic out on the road, and a lot easier to drive in my opinion. I was a little nervous at first because of visibility with nighttime driving it, but it was actually pretty nice. So let's see, make this turn here. I do have a pretty long load, and looks like we're all right back there. Pull up to this stoplight.
Continue straight on.
Trying to be cautious because I do remember that I have quite the heavy load back here. I was gonna see if I could roll this light. Yep. All right, it's a drag race now. Let's see who's faster. I am driving an automatic truck, but I'd say I've probably got a heavier load than him. Drag race to the speed limit anyways. And just so you guys know, I am pedal to the metal. I am maxed out on the floor. Now, I don't remember the horsepower rating of this truck. I know it's nothing crazy. It's pretty much just a stock truck with emissions and everything on it, so nothing crazy.
Continue straight on.
For now, anyways. So I do need to watch my speed. We're going through a nice little city here. Speed's only 40. Oh yeah, and I am hauling 38,000 pounds to be exact. That's how much weight we are hauling back here with this excavator. Yeah, now that truck's catching me. That lane may end, so I need to watch. Of course, I got to make a left, but I don't want those guys to run out of room and then we end up causing a major crash.
Keep left.
So far, I don't see. Yeah, I bet you he wants over too, probably. At least not yet. No, he's going that way. All right, cool. So we're going to keep left and watch our speed around this turn. Don't want to flip it. This will easily be the heaviest load that we have hauled yet, so I'm trying to be cautious. I know, I'm making a wide turn. Yikes. That was really close, actually. You know, I don't know, that partly my fault, partly his fault too. He could have gotten over, but he didn't, so. And we are getting ready to turn right. Oh Lord, this is the part of driving in the nighttime where you can't really see where you're going. And thankfully nobody's coming. I came in a little too fast there.
Get ready to turn left.
And I kind of just want to drive across that bridge right there. That'd have been funny.
Turn left.
I guess you could have. It looks like a scale actually. But we are turning here. And now the fun part is trying to park this in first person at nighttime. Of course, everything's lit up pretty good here, so we'll see. I guess their excavator here broke down, so we had to emergency get them this one here. And let's make it hard on ourselves. I need as much XP as I possibly can get. It looks like we're backing it in right there. It won't be too bad. We got this nice little wide spot there, so that'll be pretty good. Make sure I miss that, and then we're gonna whip it around here. So I would like to see if these guys have other stuff. Hang on, let me roll my window down, stick my head out. I would like to see if these guys have other loads here that they need help hauled. That way I can drop this truck off or drop the trailer off and still be able to haul for them, especially because I'm comfortable in the truck. Back this baby up. Make sure I'm not hitting anything over there. Turn that engine brake off. Crank it a little bit harder. Yeah, I was too busy staring. I didn't crank it hard enough, so we're gonna have to straighten her back up. Make sure I ain't gonna hit anything. Yeah, we're gonna straighten it back up. I was too busy looking at what I was hitting over there. Like I said, you know, these videos aren't gonna be perfect by any means. You know, I'm gonna mess up, I'm gonna make mistakes, I'm gonna crash, but that's part of it. You know, we're rookie drivers, so we're just getting into hauling, just getting into picking up loads. And check that mirror, getting pretty close over there. Looks like I got a dozer right there, actually. That'd be cool to haul. See, there I go again, getting distracted. I'm gonna end up hitting. There we go. All right, put it in park. And dropping the trailer. There we go. All right, so as you guys can see, we got $283 there. So that's very, very low, and we are still only level 2, trying to get to level 3. So we are very, very low on XP and cash. So I'm very excited. You know, we're gonna have to keep flying through this and try to pick up as many of these jobs as we can get, all the way up until I can actually earn myself some kind of, you know, enough money to be able to buy a truck. And right here, you guys can see, you know, 46 cents a mile. a 77 cents a mile. Some of them are, that one's $3 a mile, but that's an extremely heavy load. So I'm trying to stay away from those for now. These loads, even though it pays a lot of money, I am trying to stay away from these loads for now until I get the proper, the proper licensing and the proper skill set and everything. That will be nice, but I've got to try and rank up too in order to get that. So going forward, you guys are going to have to make sure you comment below. Let me know what y'all want to see, what's next to come. And I'm always, like I said, I'm always trying to keep you guys entertained. And we will continue doing these series as a part of our Rags or Riches or Zero to Hero. Again, comment below and let me know what we should even call this series. Some of these are really cheap, like 28 cents a mile. That's low, low. Of course, I am hauling for another company, so I guess I can't complain too bad. But, anyways, comment below. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'm absolutely loving this type of content here and doing this stuff for you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and you guys are going to have to wait and see what we end up hauling for. So, as always, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video.